Hello everyone, I am Jayad Basha here. In the last session we have to discuss about linear programming, and in this class we are going to discuss about problems on linear programming graphical method. Let's look at this problem. Here a home manufacturing plant makes two types of inflatable boards, a 2-person board and a 4-person board. Each 2-person board requires 0.9 labor hours for the cutting department and 0.8 labor hours from the assembling department. Each 4-person board requires 1.8 labor hours from the cutting department and 1.2 labor hours from the assembly department. The maximum labor hours available per month in the cutting department and the assembly department are 864 and 672 respectively. The company makes a profit of 25 on 2-person board and 40 on each 4-person board. Here, how many of each type should be manufactured each month to maximize the profit? What is the maximum profit? Right. Here we need to identify what is the maximum profit in the month. Okay. So we know that linear programs are using for the reducing the cost and maximizing the profit. Right. So now we are going to see the step-by-step procedure of solving this linear programming problem graphical method. Here we need to first, to solve this problem, the following steps are involved. In the first step, we are constructing a mathematical model of the problem, and then in the second step, using that mathematical model to find the solution. Right? In this substeps like identifying the decision variable. Here decision variable is maximizing. Here x is number of 2-person goes to manufacture, y is number of 4-person goes to manufacture. Right? Here this firm is manufacturing two different kinds of boards. Okay. Here we have considered x as 2-person boards and y as number of 4-person boards to manufacture. Right? In the second step. Okay. Here in the second step we are summarizing relevant information in the table form. Okay, we are summarizing relevant information in the table form for relating the decision variables with the row in the table. Right? So, and we are recalling again, as we told in the table format here, the 2-person, the 4-person boards. Right? For cutting 2-person board, it requires 0.9 hours. For 4-person board, it requires 1.8 hours. And total available hours per month is 864 hours. And for assembly of 2-person board requires 0.8 hours, and for 4-person board it requires 1.2 hours. And total available hours per month is 672. Right? And the profit looking for is 25 and 40. Here in the step 3, we are determining the objective and linear objective function. Right? Here we consider P. Okay, you can take as Z sometimes. Okay, here I am considering P. P means the profit. P is equal to 25x plus 45. Here x is the two number of boards, 2-person board, and y is 4-person board. Right? The total profit for 2-person board is maximum 25. For 4% is 40. So when we constructing the mathematical formula, it looks like P is equal to 25x plus 40y. That's the form. We are writing the problem constraints using linear equation. Okay, and inequalities. We have discussed this about in the last session, and hope you guys know that. Here, for manufacturing 2-person board, 0.9 hours. Correct? So 0.9x plus 1.8y less than or equal to 864, and second equation 0.8x plus 1.2y less than or equal to 672, and in the step 5 we are determining both x y are greater than 0, because in the linear programming problem the constraint should be greater than 0. Okay, there should not be negative or 0. The constraint should be greater than 0. Hence x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. We have a mathematical model of the given problem. We need to find the production schedule which results in maximum profit for the company and to find the maximum profit, right? Now we follow the procedure for the geometrical solving linear programming problem with two decision variables. Here, first we need to apply the fundamental theorem of linear programming. Next, graph, and in this graph we are going to identify the feasible region. Okay, the feasible region where all corner points are made. In the next, constructing the corner point table, listing the value of the objective function of each corner profit. In the fourth step, determining the optimal solution from the table. The next, we are using an applied problem, interpret the optimal solution in terms of the original problems. Right? Here, as we told in the first, we applied the boundary for the equation 0.9x plus 1.8y is equal to 864. Find out the value of y is 480. Now, using the same formula, now we are identifying the value for x. When x, y, when x is equal to 0, y value is 480. Now, we are putting the value for y is equal to 0. Now, we are identifying the value for x. Now we are putting y value to 0. Okay. Now point before that. Now putting y is equal to 0. 0.9 x plus 1.8 into y value 0 is equal to 864. Right. Now 0.9x is equal to 1.8 into 0, 864. Now x is equal to 864 divided by 0.9. Now value of x would become 960. Correct? Now we identified the value for x is 960. Okay, guys, in the first equation, we putting the value for x is equal to 0, we find y value 480. Again, the same equation, when we are putting the value for y is equal to 0, we identified x value to 960. Okay, now we are plotting the graph for both the values. Okay, now the graph looks like this. Correct? Now, so this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. Now, for the linear equation point 9x plus 1.8 y is equal to 864, we find out the value for x. When putting the x value to 0, we find out y is equal to 480. When we put y value is equal to 0, we find out x value to be 960. Correct? Now, we are plotting the graph. Okay? In this graph, you can clearly see that. Okay? So, x value 960, y value 480. Okay? This is we are connected this values with the line on the graph, right? Again, we are using the second equation. Second equation, which is point x plus 1.5y is equal to 672, and again we are using the same methodology to find out a value of x and y. We are using equation point 8x plus 1.2y point 8x plus 1.2y is equal to 672, right? So in this equation we are going to put value for x and y. Now we are identifying when x is equal to 0, 1, then y is equal to 2. Okay, first we are going with the value x is equal to 0. Okay, here 0.8 into 0 plus 1.2y is equal to 672. 1.2y is equal to 672. Y is equal to 672 divided by 1/2. Y is equal to 1. Correct? So now find out the value when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 5. Right? And again, now we are using y is equal to 0. Right? Now we are going to identify the value for x. Now I am putting the value y is equal to 0 in the equation part x plus 1.2 y is equal to 672. Okay, so 0.8x plus 1.2 into 0 is equal to 672. 0.8x is equal to 672. X is equal to 672 divided by 0.8. The value of x becomes 8. Okay, when we are dividing 672 into 0.8, the value of x becomes 840. Okay. Now, when putting the value of x is equal to 0, we get the value for y is 560. When we are putting a value for y is equal to 0, we got the value for x is 840. Now we are plotting both the values into the graph. When we are plotting both the values in the graph looks like this. Okay, this is the graph. Okay, here you can see that the value for y is equal to 560, which connects to value for x. Okay, 840. Correct. So in this now, okay. So in this graph, now we are going to identify the feasible region. Okay, feasible region means both the curves, both the lines for both the equation where should not be interpreted. Means correct. So this is the feasible area. This is the feasible area. Like now we Okay. Now we are going to plot the graph. In this graph, 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900. Again, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 6, 800, and 900. Okay. In the first equation, we got the value for both x and y is, for x, when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 480. Correct? So, when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 480. Now, when y is equal to 0, x is 960. Correct? So, 960. Now, we are connecting both the lines. Correct? So, this is for the equation 1. This is for equation 1. Correct? Now, for the equation number 2, we got the values. When x is equal to 0, y is 560. When y is 0, x is 840. Correct? X is 840 and y is 160. Okay. Now we are connecting this both lines. Okay. So this line is what? Point x plus 1.5 is equal to 672. Correct? Now we are going to identify the feasible region. Okay, the feasible region is the region where 4 corner points is connected. Here the feasible region is here. This is the feasible region. Correct? So 4 corner points were connected. We given value A, B, all the 4 points. So this is C and D. Okay. So this is the feasible region. Okay. Now we are going to identify the value of intersection point of this line. Okay. So here in this graph we can clearly observe. Okay. So this is the feasible region. Here we can clearly see in the first equation. The value is 560 and 840. So here we are going to identify the value for the intersection point. Okay, for that we are using the equation 480 minus 1.2x is equal to 560 minus 2 divided by 3x. Okay, the value will become like 1.66 is equal to 80. Now x value becomes 480. Okay, now when we are subtracting these values, we got y value 240. Okay, so the value of intersection point becomes 480 and 240, right? So now we are going to identify the values for each corner point. Okay, in the each corner point means here, just look at this A, B, C, D. These four are the corner points of this linear programming equation. Now we are identifying the values of these four corners. Here A is equals to x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0. Here B is equals to, when in the B corner point, in the A corner point, x is 0 and y also 0. In the B corner point, x value 0, y value 480, and the C corner point, x value 480, y value 240. In the last D corner point, x value 860 and y value 0. Now we are putting these values into the equation. P is equals to 25x plus 40y. We got it. Now I am going to put the values of each corner point into the equation. P is equals to 25x plus 40y to know the maximum profit. Okay, so first corner point A, both values 0, 0, hence profit total value becomes 0. At the corner point B, we get the values x value 0, y value 480. When we are putting this value into equation, P is equal to 25x plus 40y. We got x value 0, hence 25 into 0 plus 40 into y value 480, right? So 0, we got the total value of 19,200, correct? At corner point B. When we are looking at corner point C, we have the values at corner point C, 480x and 240y. When we are putting these values into the equation, P is equals to 25x plus 40y, we got 25 into 480 plus 40 into 240. 40 into 240, correct? Now we got the total value of 21,600 at corner point C. At corner point C, correct? So now we are looking at the corner point D. We have the values of corner point D. We have values for x 860, for y 0. When we are putting these values into equation, P is equal to 25x plus 40y. We got 25 into 860 x plus 40 into y value 0. Correct? Now 25 into 860, 40 into 0, 0. Okay, at corner point D, we got the value, total value of 21,500. Okay. Just look at each corner point values. We have at corner point A, both x and y 0, 0, hence we have the total value of corner point A is 0. At corner point B, we have x value 0 and y value 480. Hence, when we are putting these values into equation, P is equal to 25x plus 41. We got the value, total value of 90,200. At the corner point C, we have the intersection point of both x and y. We have total value of 480 and 240, and we have total value of 21,600 at corner point C. When we are looking at corner point D, where x value is 860 and y value is 0, we have total value of 21,500. Hence, it is clearly shown that at corner point C, where x value is 480 and y value is 240, would add the total or highest profit of 21,600. Right? So we can conclude that the company can make a maximum profit of 21,600 by producing 480 2% boards and 240 4% boards. Right? So here the total or the maximum profit quantity is 480 and 240. Here 480 means that 2% boards. Here 240 means that 4% boards. If the company wants to make maximum profit, the company would have to manufacture 480 2% boards and 240 4% boards. Then only a company can get the highest or the maximum profit level. Right? So before concluding that, guys, just look at each step in while solving the linear programming problems graphical method. Okay, the first step we need to plot a table. Okay, so here in this problem we had two person manufacturing board and 4% manufacturing board, and we have total available hours. Okay, so here we have the values for cutting, which is for 2% board 0.9 hours, and for 4% board we have 1.8 hours, and total available hours per month is 864 for total available hours. And for cutting, when we are looking at assembly part, we have 0.8 hours for 2% board, and 4% board we had 1.2 hours, and total available hours for assembly the boards are 672. While looking at the profit, the 25 is the maximum profit for 2% boards, for 40 is 40 for 4% board. Okay. Now we are formulating this into the mathematical formula. Okay. So mathematical formula, nothing but the objective function. What we are looking for? Why we are going to draw a graph and plotting the each values, or why we are identifying feasible reason where we should get or we can get the maximum profit level. Right? Here in this problem we had 3 is equals to 25x plus 40y. Here 25 is for the 2% boards and 40 is the total profit for the 4% board. Then while putting into the mathematical function, we got the equation like P is equals to 25x plus 40y. In the next step, we are we are identifying the constraints. Okay, here the constraints are 0.9 hours available for 2% boards and 1.8 hours available for 4% board for cutting, which is maximum hours in the month are 864. While the same thing for assembly, we have 0.8 hours for 2% board and 1.2 hours for 4% board. Total available hours in the month are 672. Right? And it is important and it is necessary to know that linear programming function of the problem, there should not be negativity. Negativity means there should not be less than 0. Okay? The x value should be greater than 0 and y value is also greater than 0. There should not be any negativity. Okay? It is positive. In other words, we can say additional. Okay? So, in the final step, x is greater than 0 and y is equal greater than 0. In the final step of mathematical function. So, first we should remember we are applying the fundamental theorem of linear programming. Then we are identifying the feasible reason in the graph. Then we are constructing the corner point table, and we are determining the optimal solution from the table, and we are applying the result into the problem. Okay. In the first equation, 0.9x plus 1.8y, the total hours available in the month is 864. When we are putting the value of x is equal to 0 in the equation 0.9x plus 1.8y is equal to 864, we got a y value 480. The same, when we are putting the value 0 for y, we got the total value for x is 960. When we are plotting both the values in the graphical form, we got the line which touches x-axis 960 while x is 480. Okay, the graph looks like this. And we have another equation or constraint of 8x plus 1.2y is equal to 672, and again we are following the same procedure. In this equation also we are going to put x value 0. When we are putting the x value 0, we got total y value 560. When we are putting y value 0, we got total value of 840 for the equation 0.8x plus 1.2y is equal to 672. While we are plotting the second equation into the graph, we got this line. Okay, it touches y value 560 to x value 840. Now we are going to identify the feasible region. The feasible region is the region where all the four corner points met or touches. Okay, here this A, B, this intersection point considered as C, and this point considered as D. Right? So, in the next step. Now, in the next step, we are going to identify the intersection point. Okay, here intersection point is between 300 and 200. Exactly, we need to identify the intersection point for both x and y. For that, we are using the same values in the equation. 480 minus 1 divided by 2x is equal to 560 minus 2 divided by 3x. We got 1.6x. 1 divided by 6x is equal to 80. Okay. We need to do cross multiplication of this thing. Okay. When we are doing the cross multiplication of this thing, we got the total value of 1 divided by 6x is equal to 80. And when putting the x value, again we are doing the cross multiplication, we got x value 6 into 80, x is equal to 480. While putting the x value into the equation, in the same equation, we got the y value 240. Hence, now we got the values at the corner point 480 and 240. Correct? Now we are going to put all these values into the objective function or the equation. Okay, here corner points x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Okay, where both the values for x and y 0. In the corner point B, we have x is equal to 0, y 480. At corner point C, intersection point, we have the values for x is 480, y 240. At corner point D, we have x value 860 and y value 0. Now, putting this value into this equation, p is equal to 25x plus 41. We got the values like at corner point A, we got value 0. At corner point B, where x value is 0, y value 480, we got total value of 19,200. At intersection point or corner point C, we got the x value 480, y value 240, we got total value of 21,600. At corner point D, we have x value 860 and y value 0, we have total value of 21,500. So hence we can easily tell that, okay, we can easily say, okay, it is clear that for that manufacturing company, it is necessary to produce 480 number of boards of 2-person boards and 240 4-person boards to earn the maximum profit of 21,600. Right? So, in the final step, we are going to put all corner points value into this objective function equation p is equal to 25 plus 41. Correct? So, the highest value is the maximum profit. Okay? So, we need to follow the step-by-step procedures. Okay? Thank you, class.